So let's say this, hypothetically, if you were, let's say you are the Secretary of Education, you have an unlimited budget. What is one thing that you think should be done? Or what is one thing that you would do to help, close the achievement gap if you had that power to do so?
So this is hard to choose one thing.
Yeah.
I also if I was Secretary of Education, this wouldn't cost money. So I'm going to say this and then another thing.
Okay.
I would take away the term closing the achievement gap because I feel like that phrase is rooted in racism. Because when we say that, we're saying that kids are not testing as well as other kids. And I think those tests are rooted in racism and not testing the right things. There's many issues that I think it's part of this reform that's racist. So I would take that away. But that wouldn't cost any money. So
I've never really thought about that. That's such a great point, because that's like someone creating this marker. Like, this is the marker. This is what you should be for everyone. This is what we should be. And you're not there yet, so you're not good enough. Like, this is what we're saying is the standard for where you need to be. So that's a great point, right? And I think the people who probably came up with that term, what often happens, are people who want to keep the status quo and want to show that certain groups of people aren't good enough or aren't where they should be, and we're above them.
It keeps that idea that Black and brown kids are actually less, and that's not true. We know. I mean, we know that, and these tests are, and
it's great. And if you make the test the marker for achievement, then if you build racism into the test, and you can always move the goalposts. You can always make it so certain groups have a harder time ever meeting that standard because you're manipulating it based on race. So that's a great point.